Each mouse costs 13 rand and is sold for 48 Botswana pula. Convert the 13 rand into Botswana pula. The best method for exchange rates is cross multiplication. Due to the fact that we are presented with units per ZAR and ZAR per unit, this means that learners have two approaches in which to answer this question, and we will look at both in this video. Using the center column, the units per ZAR, firstly we present our two columns, which is Botswana pula and ZAR, and we find that we have to pay 0.79 Botswana pula just for 1 rand. Remember, I've taken this information from the middle column of the table. Information from the question says that the 13 rand needs to be converted. So we take this 13 rand and we put it under the ZAR column. X will therefore be the Botswana pula, which we need to arrive at. Cross multiplying, we get X times 1 and 13 times 0.79, and we finally arrive at our answer of 10.37 Botswana pula. Taking the information from the last column of the table, the ZAR per unit column, and placing our two currencies next to each other, we have to pay 1 rand and 25 cents for 1 Botswana pula. So we take the 13 rand and put it under the ZAR column as we did previously. Cross multiply, it would be X times 1.25 and 13 times 1. This step brings us to an equation which we need to get rid of the number, the 1.25 in front of the X. So we divide both sides by 1.25, and this is how we arrive at the third step there, where we have 13 divided by 1.25, bringing us to 10.37 as our Botswana pula. Calculate the total number of UTMs sold if a total profit of 7526 was made. So we know with profit is basically our selling price minus our cost price, but the profit will be determined on how many items we sell. If we had to put this understanding into a formula, we'd get profit is equal to our selling price minus our cost price times the number of items that we sold. All we need to do now is to substitute within that formula. The profit has been given to us in the question of 7526 Botswana pula. The selling price of 48 has been given to us in the question. The cost price is what we've just converted in the previous question in A, and so we arrive at 10.36. Remember, we are using the 10.36 and not the 13 rand because we are working in Botswana pula. Once we've substituted, we find that the number of items sold will be our subject of formula, and we've done this work in grade 9. Firstly, we work out the brackets and we arrive at an amount of 37 rand,63. Just as we've done with the X, so we need to keep the number sold on one side. So we need to get rid of the 37,63, and so we divide both sides by 37,63, and this brings us to the amount of 200 items being sold. Calculate the amount in Botswana pula that Errol will receive if a total profit of 7526 Botswana pula was made. From the information in the top, we found that the profits are shared with a ratio of 3:2, where John gets the 3 and Errol gets the 2. Generally, the order in which they write the names tells you how the ratio is divided. So working with ratios and dividing the amounts, we first have to add the ratio, which is 3 plus 2 is 5. Our next step is to form a fraction of this. So we know that Errol will get 2 parts of the 5, so it will be 2 over 5. We multiply it by the given number, which is 7526, and Errol's profit will be 3010,40 Botswana pula. Show how the Algerian dinar of 0.10 per unit was obtained. Looking at the second column, all we do is take the 1 rand and divide it by the 9.54 for the Algerian dinar. And when we do this, we arrive at 0,1047.